Welcome back. Another episode of Too Many Topics podcast. Here in the studio with the one and only Thomas Smith.
Hello. What topics we got today, Scott?
Today we're going to talk a little bit, politics, a little Paul Pelosi dipping his both hands and both feet into the stock market.
Give me those stocks.
Talk a little bit about Elvis Presley.
Elvis, hey, Scotty.
America is back with the Elvis Presley movie. Talk a little sports with the episode that's going on in Russia with basketball star Brittany Griner.
And you have the home run derby.
And then we'll talk a little bit about Mr. Pete Alonso didn't make it this year. But
and a little bit of Staten Island news.
A little bit of Staten Island news. So without further ado, let's get at it.
Real estate, music, tech, pop culture, sneakers, NFTs, comedy, whiskey, tequila. Woo! It's the Too Many Topics podcast. An absurd and hilarious take on, well, a lot of things. Here are your hosts, Scott and Tommy.
What's up?
What's happening?
Nothing, man. So, what did you do this week? Anything good?
The weekend.
You know what I'm worried about? Were you hearing it out of my earphones?
No, I hear it's perfect.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I was hearing it blasting out of here, and I'm wondering if that's getting picked up in the microphone.
Oh no, I'm not hearing it twice.
You know?
But what you should do is as soon as the intros,
unplug these.
as soon as the intro stops, play the music.
Oh, okay.
And let's go right into Elvis.
Okay.
Yeah, the music's...
We can't go on together.
All right. Instead of like that whole how your weekend doing and shit like that,
I got
go right into the music after.
Just
Perfect.
You can hear it?
Yeah, you can pick it up a little bit. Perfect. That's perfect.
So I'll pick it up. Okay. So let's start it over again.
Yeah, start it over. So we have
Elvis, politics, Elvis, sports, monkeypox.
Let's end with monkeypox. Then go hit the button, right? As soon as that ends, play the music, and then I can be like, well, I know what you did this weekend.
And then
you must have seen Elvis,
right?
You know, getting over COVID, getting over monkeypox, going to see Elvis,
right?
Spreading it all over.
Perfect.
No.
That's good. That's good.
And then we could roll right into Elvis.
How many kids you hand monkeypox to this week?
No, because if anybody says, yeah. Oh, and how do you spread it? Well, it's man-to-man sex.
Let's do it.
But let's, I think, as soon as that's over, play the Elvis music, but then we talk about Elvis for a little bit. You know,
put them on, because I just lowered it a little. Let's see, because you were going to the red. Are we still good on sound?
We're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, sound is good.
Okay. Let's do it.
So you're going to start with this week's episode is Elvis, Pelosi.
Got to talk about Elvis, Pelosi, Brittany Griner. I don't know how you say it.
Perfect.
Home run derby. Sweet Pete didn't make it.
And then monkeypox.
Yeah.
And then
or a little Staten Island news.
Okay. And then
just trying to see if we got
monkeypox and Staten Island news.
Yeah.
They go together.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Too Many Topics. In the studio with the one and only Tommy Smith.
Hello. What are we talking about today, Scotty?
Today we're going to be covering a bunch of shit. We're going to be covering a little politics with the Pelosis once again, reaching into the stock market with both hands.
Give me those stocks.
We'll talk a little bit about the fiasco that's going on in Russia with basketball star Brittany Griner and what they're doing to her and what's going on.
Griner?
Yeah,
one of those.
One of those. You know who she is, 6'9".
Yeah.
Elvis Presley, we got to talk about the king.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
To see that
I'm going to do the whole episode as Elvis.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And a little Staten Island news, a little home run derby last night. Pistol Pete didn't make it. My son's upset about that. But we'll get into it. We got a lot to talk about.
Let's not forget the monkeypox.
Well, everything always ends with monkeypox. Let's get at it.
Let's get at it.
Real estate, music, tech, pop culture, sneakers,
Welcome back. Welcome
Welcome.
back.
What do we got for them today?
You know what we got. You know what I did this weekend, right?
Oh, what'd you do? A little Elvis Presley?
You know, every time I hear that, I think of you caught in a trap.
Oh, forget it. The trap of life I'm caught in.
Yeah, so we.
So how was the movie? What
I don't
what
know,
is it
for
about?
some reason at 6 o'clock on a Sunday night, my wife decides it's a great idea. Let's go to the movies. So
No better time than that.
No, I mean actually it was.
How was the theater?
It was considerably crowded. you
Really?
know?
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the movie just came out, right? This Elvis movie just came out.
Yeah, I think a week or two ago. But I'll tell you one thing about movies these days, and this is why they're always packed, because there's a third of the amount of seats that used to be in them. Like,
They
remember you
shrunk
used to
the theater.
No, they made the seats bigger. Like
Oh,
you
the
sit
seats are
in
yeah. They
you're in there-
recline.
Yeah,
they
you're in
they
your
massage
living room.
you.
Yeah, I fell asleep 3 times.
Do they serve alcohol at this one
They have a bar. I don't know whether they serve it to the
to the kids?
well, they definitely do serve it to the kids.
Yeah, because you can't ID them. It's too dark.
I just don't know if they bring it to the seat like they do in Jersey, or if you got to go to the bar. But the place we went in Tottenville, it was actually pretty nice.
Bricktown,
Is that what it's called?
Brick City, Bricktown.
You got me, man. Like I said, this is the first time I've been
Don't
there.
ask this realtor.
Yeah.
No.
I
About
thought,
a
I know
place
it's Regal
that's
something or other, but
That's
nice
the movie
place,
theater itself.
nice movie theater. Very surprised. You know, I was entertained. The movie was very entertaining. I never knew a lot about Elvis. I never knew his backstory, even though my mother was one of those freaks that
Huge fan, right? And
Huge.
for those that don't know, your daughter, her name is
Presley.
okay. Is
Obviously.
it spelled the same?
Yes, exactly the same.
I think that's the only
I
way
don't
to
know
say
if you
that.
could say it any other way, but
I don't know. They spelled Jen 9 different ways.
yeah, there's a
and
Y in there that's silent.
Chase is spelled with a C. I don't know. You could have spelled Presley with a Q.
Listen, you're 100% right. But yes, those that do know me know my mother was a crazy fan. Went to see him a bunch of times. There was a lot of crazy fans out there based
Right.
on this movie, man. He made women absolutely lose their shit.
Yeah,
And
he was.
everybody lost their shit over this guy, and that's the part that I took out of the movie was how much of a culture shock that this guy actually was to society. That nobody ever seen anybody, a white man for that matter,
Shake his hips that way.
get up on stage and awkwardly move his pelvis.
And also, I guess when he came out, right, it was very upbeat. Music wasn't like that at that point, or the people that
Well,
were
he
listening.
was from the South. He was from Memphis, so he was involved in heavy church music, R&B. And it was weird because if you look at his music, he kind of merged R&B with country. And obviously in those times with the Civil War and everything else that our country was going through, some people just didn't like it. You know, some people, it was just a segregation time, and it was just an eye-opening experience when you get to learn about this shit. Because when I was a kid in school, I never liked to study, I never liked to pay attention. Now you get older, and history, pop culture, and stuff like that's actually interesting today, which is bizarre.
I mean, he definitely, you know, it's not the Godfather. He's the father of rock and roll.
The king.
The king of rock. Of course, the king.
He's the king.
King of rock and roll.
You know, and it went through.
And
his whole-
he's still holding Guinness records, right? I mean,
Well, he's apparently the most sold artist for a solo act ever.
when did he pass? He passed. What year was
I
that?
don't know. I know August 16th. I know they,
August 16th,
Yeah.
1977, at the young
Yeah.
age of 42.
Yeah, my mother
Right.
was horrified. That was probably one of her worst days of her life.
Yeah, heart
Next
attack.
to giving birth to me.
A heart attack on the toilet bowl, right?
Is that- yeah, you don't know, but the movie, the I guess how it was depicted was based off of this Colonel Tom Parker. I guess that was his country manager, and they made this guy out to be like a stone cold gambling junkie, and really didn't give two shits about Elvis. Took 50% of his money.
Wow.
And so they kind of portray him as a guy that, you know, doped this guy up every time he fell down on drugs. He would have 13 doctors go flying in.
Just-
Almost like a Michael Jackson story. It's
Yeah.
kind of very, very strange. And did you say something about Michael Jackson earlier?
Well, Michael Jackson's wife at the time, right, Lisa Marie, or eventually,
yeah.
right?
So that's what you were saying. Why they own?
Who took the rights of
Gotcha,
Elvis's music?
gotcha.
Because again, the guy's still worth dead, 400, 500 million.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, his royalties and music.
And
And
could
that
you
nature.
imagine if NFTs were around back then, what this guy would be worth?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he got robbed from this guy, Colonel Tom, or whatever the hell his name is, Uncle Tom.
And when you have a star like that controlling, you know, you have control over a star, and that's your bread and butter. You're gonna dope this guy up and get him everywhere you
Well,
need
that
to
was
go.
his thing in the movie. It was like, get that boy on the stage. That's like all he cared about. Apparently, he had like sick gambling.
The
debts.
Colonel, right? That's what they call this guy.
The Colonel Tom Parker or some shit
Oh.
like that. But he apparently had like crazy gambling debts all over Vegas, and that's kind of how he got him to Vegas, to pay off his gambling debt. If you believe whoever created this movie, right?
Wrote the movie,
Right.
the Mafia.
I'm sure there's a million different ways, but from a pop culture, man, he changed pop culture to a degree that he would get arrested going into different places. They told him you're not allowed to move. If you move your finger 1 inch, you're getting arrested. To the point where they made it seem like that's why he went to the army. I know that he served. I didn't know why he served. They kind of made it seem like they sent him there.
Oh, I
to
thought
just-
that was a movie.
What? Him serving?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Blue Hawaii.
Jailhouse Rock.
But yeah.
Oh no,
so-
he was a fucking sergeant.
Yeah, I don't know what he was, but the guy Austin Butler that played him, man, he deserves something also, because that guy did a great job. But at the end, they said that so there got to be some truth to this guy robbing him, because they had a lawsuit against him and they won after Elvis died. They sued Parker for I guess wrongful imprisonment. Maybe I don't know what the fuck. You could have charged him with multiples of things. But you're right. He's worth probably 400 million. But I think it was 53 that he came out with his first album or his first song. And I think they said he got paid like $3.98. Now back in 53, that might have been a lot of money. I don't know, but it seems like
Doesn't seem like a lot.
doesn't
Can't
seem
you
like
can't
money
even
that
get
Juan Soto would take.
Yeah, you can't get your Starbucks coffee with that.
That's another whole nother story. But yeah, so that was it. I did.
I mean,
that.
what a legend! And for this movie to come back out, who plays him?
This guy Austin Butler.
And how does he do? Does
Phenomenal.
it looks like Elvis? Sounds like
No,
Elvis?
I don't know.
I gotta see it.
I seen a couple of guys. We were in Vegas not too long ago. There's
That
a
were
couple guys
better.
that looked like
That
him.
were-
I
yeah.
can't tell on the street.
Walking down the strip, you saw like skinny Elvis. You saw fat Elvis.
Decades
you saw old
of it.
Elvis.
Yeah, you had the fat and
Yeah.
bloated Elvis.
So they didn't give you the same Elvis.
No, you don't want this
everybody
whole
has their
one-
own stitch over there.
And everyone has their favorite Elvis, right? They don't want the
I like
young-
baby Elvis.
They don't like the young Elvis. But yeah, speaking of money, right? The home run derby last night. My son missed it. My wife put him to bed early.
Yeah, I missed it too. But you said you caught it, and
Yeah,
and I saw this
caught it because I
morning.
wanted to see Pete Alonso. I have his bat from last year's.
How'd he do?
He didn't use the bat.
He didn't use the bat.
He didn't use the bat.
No special bat, or
No, they all had their painted, silly looking bats. So I'm sure it was something. Like I said, I caught it late, but I did catch his last round. He was tired.
how many home runs did he hit?
I think he hit 21 the last round. The guy that beat him hit like 32.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
32 bombs.
But then Juan Rodriguez, young kid, rookie, which was pretty funny too, because Albert Pujols was in it.
Yeah.
And I think you said maybe he was in it because it was his
could-
last year.
I don't know. I
You're a
missed it,
sports
but
freak.
but I know I caught this morning somewhere on social media, and it was on Sports Center, I believe, and it was Albert Pujols just knocking around the ball. And you said he had a minute, right? There was a
Yeah, I
round.
think he had like what they call it as a swing in or something. Him and the guy Schwerber or whatever had to get in, and I could be wrong. That's what I read, but I'm very rarely right. I hope people aren't listening.
No,
to
yeah,
these
that's what.
facts.
No, yeah. Everything we say,
It's
go opposite.
Take with a grain of salt.
Yeah, go
Like my
opposite.
picks in gambling. But Juan
Like
Soto
your
winds
stock
up winning
tips.
it. And what I think ironic about it is, getting back to the money, this sick bastard, he plays for the Washington Nationals. And I get it. These guys, they get up there, people screaming and yelling, similar to like what Elvis did with women. Nobody's throwing their underwear on the field, but, people still screaming at him. He turns down $440 million. And I just sit there and I say to myself, what me or you would have to do for $440 million?
A lot.
And, if you break it down, which makes it even
Yeah.
sick, it's basically at 162 games, he's making over $180,000 a game.
180 a game,
And
just
if
to
he gets
show
up 3 or 4 times a game, he's making over $50,000 in that bat.
Oh my God! And he turned that down
And he turned that down.
to do what?
And you wonder why you pay $22 for a beer.
Well, the beer hasn't went up, but
That's a whole nother story.
he turned that down to do what?
He turned that down because I guess he feels like most people in the world that he's worth more money.
Worth more than $444 million. For how
much
many
is
years?
a baseball player's life actually worth? 15 years he's getting.
Okay, 15 years.
So it's
That's
like a $30 million contract.
That's a long time.
$30 million a year to hit baseballs.
To do something that you should love.
To hit baseballs. What did Babe Ruth make?
I don't think he made that much.
1,100?
Yeah, I don't think he made that much.
It's sick. But the good news is he could be a Met. We'll see.
Well, that's what you're saying they're holding out for, right?
Well, if anybody's sick enough to pay this guy that money, it would be Cohen. It would be the owner of the Mets. So I could definitely.
Do the Mets have that type of money? They
that guy's
freed up some capital there?
He's a billionaire. He's got all sorts of money. He's dropping money in the street, and Pelosi's picking it up.
And buying stocks with it.
Holy shit! That's the other. That's a great segue in because, Paul Pelosi buys $1 million of Nvidia calls. Paul Pelosi, for those of you who don't know, is married to
Nancy?
Nancy. Yeah, that would be Nancy.
Nancy.
And listen, at the end of the day, to bang her, I would probably want to be able to get some inside track on something. But
you would think these people are smart enough to go down the family lineage a little bit. Like, give it to a second cousin. Hey, buddy, buy this.
Adopt a kid just for that reason. You should adopt 3
You go
kids
right to your
just for
husband.
Stock portfolio.
Spread the wealth down a little bit.
So he goes out and he sells Apple calls and Visa calls, which is in the stock language. When you sell a call, you're betting for the thing to go down.
To short it, right?
So now, immediately, and that's my question to you. Like, is that fair? Like a guy with his, exposure and knowledge of what's going on in the inside, is it?
Well,
fair?
inside trading is,
Well, listen, they do
highly illegal.
It's just a little coincidental, maybe, that there's a $52 billion chip bill on the table right now that they're trying to pass that'll subsidize these companies like Nvidia, and he's able to pick up exercise 1 million calls. $1 million worth of calls. It just, to me, something just doesn't seem right. I don't get it. Since he bought them like June 17th, I think he's up 11 or 12%.
Already.
Yeah.
And listen, stocks, as you know, go by the news as well. So
buy on the news or whatever, sell on the whatever. Yes, I get that, but I just feel like he's got an open platform because now he's like an Elon Musk, right? He goes out there and he could see whatever he does, someone's going to try to follow him because they don't think he's a genius, or not. He's a genius because he married Nancy Pelosi. So
genius,
not a genius.
He's not going to prison. Martha Stewart did this and she got locked up.
Is that not fucking sick? Poor Martha. All she wants to do is flip a little pancakes every now and then, maybe a casserole, and she gets locked up. But this guy, who deserves monkeypox, he's able to just float in and pick up 1 million shares of this and pick himself up a quick 10-12% in 3 weeks.
Monkeypox is on the rise, ladies and gentlemen, for those that don't know.
Yeah, I was in a car dealership a few weeks ago, and I saw, like, in New Jersey, it was rampant. I don't know about rampant, because actually Washington, D.C. per capita
has the
most. Only because obviously Washington, D.C. is small, but whatever that equation they come up with for per capita, that's...
Did we do any research on this? Do you lose monkeypox? Do you have it forever? Is this something you die from?
I don't know whether you die from it or not, but it's definitely not a fun-looking thing. I saw pictures of
I saw some photos.
Oh, some real... It looks like the nastiest rash you ever had. And it's not like COVID, right? COVID, you could lie to people, and you could say, no, I don't have COVID. No, you have monkeypox if you have it. There's no sneaking into it, country with monkeypox, the way people are sneaking around with COVID.
How does it spread? It says very, very close physical contact between people.
Yeah, it's more of a like bodily fluid type of
I
thing.
think you got to be rubbing up on this pox.
Yes,
You know.
yes.
So-
it's probably like a. Well, I'm sure it's in the same family. And again, you know me,
Yeah.
I did 0 hours in medical school, but it's probably something like a chicken pox, right? I mean, it's got the same name. It's
Yeah,
gotta
just
be,
don't be rubbing up on strangers. It seems like
when you drink different types of beer, it kind of tastes the same, right? So I would assume that
all beer tastes the same and tastes good. You know me,
Yes.
big beer drinker.
Big beer. You know, it's funny. You are a big beer drinker, and you know, last week we talked about inflation and how crazy inflation is, and then I look at Bud Light still $18.99 a case.
That's
What
it,
the
baby.
fuck?
30 packs haven't moved. Don't mention it. You don't want Anheuser-Busch catching wind that they should have been
What?
raising prices.
Aluminum didn't go up.
Aluminum didn't go up.
Wheat,
Wheat,
that-
barley, none of that.
went.
Transportation,
Truckers, none of that
nothing.
went up.
Beer
Gas,
still,
fuel.
beer still gets through. That's it.
Weed and beer is
What-
rampant,
yeah.
but you can't get turkey anymore.
What are we really drinking, man?
It is bananas, right?
Oh my god.
Chicken costs you $19 a pound, but you can get weed at any deli
Yeah.
on Staten Island.
These Russians, what they did to us, and not only that,
But to that point,
speaking- right?
you can get weed anywhere in Staten Island, but do not, under any
No.
circumstances, bring it to Russia.
not with the
you.
hashish.
Do not bring it to Russia with you. Holy shit!
What are they doing to this poor girl?
You know,
And for months, we spoke about it a few times. And listen, America's got to get her out of here, and they still do. It's not changing the way I feel
I
about.
get it, but the more you dive into these things, it's just how ironic.
But dive into the story a little bit.
But,
What did she
how-
get caught for?
Okay, so she gets caught with a vape cartridge, which is any 14-year-old kid walking around in Staten Island's got 3 of them in his
Yeah,
pocket at
all
any
different
given,
flavors.
at any given time. Popcorn, Pop Rocks,
Yeah,
you know,
Sour Patch.
yeah, Lucky Charms. So she gets caught, I guess, with this shit in her luggage. They charge her, and a vape cartridge is, you know, like a gram maybe. I think she got caught with less than that, 0.7. Somebody like you would probably last you, I don't know, you don't even smoke, so it would
No,
probably last you a
yeah,
lifetime.
forever.
But anyone that smokes, it would probably last them not long. It was probably a quick vacation for her. They charge you with large-scale transportation of narcotics.
The Russians.
Yes.
Large scale for one vape pen.
Payable of 10 years in prison.
Yeah, that's a fine.
Can you
we want your
imagine?
life.
So I'm looking at this thing the last couple of months, and I'm like, wow, what a disgrace that the Biden administration is, that you can't get this girl out of there, right? Like, where is Blinken or whatever his name
Why
is?
would
You know,
she
where are
plead
these guys
guilty,
at?
though? Not to cut you off, but
no. She and I read that.
is it easier? Was that it?
99.9% conviction rate in Russia.
Of course,
Okay.
Obviously.
So their attitude was, or whatever, you know, I guess their play was that if we plead guilty, maybe they'll show
They'll have mercy.
Yeah, they'll
They'll
show
have
a little
mercy.
leniency on her. You're not beating them, right?
She's definitely one of the tallest people in Russia, right?
6'9".
She fits right in over there. 200
Speaks
some pounds.
0 words of Russian.
Yeesh.
So that's another thing that's got to be mentally like taxing on her. And listen, I get it. She's wrongfully, well, not wrongfully, right? That's their laws. You can't say wrongfully. She should have knew a little bit better. Sometimes these athletes think that they're above the law, and you know they could get away with whatever. Maybe it was just something where they pinpointed her out. But then so I start feeling horrible for this girl and this and that, and what the hell's wrong with our country? Why don't they just go over there and get her? They're saying now they're going to probably do some sort of use her as a bargaining chip to get a Russian out of prison. That we have some arms dealer, Victor Bout, or whatever the hell his name is.
Wow. How crazy that it goes to that
But then you look at
extent.
it. But then you look at it. Karma comes knocking in, right? I read an article that in 2020 she was like a big advocate of not taking the court for the national anthem. You want to talk about karma coming back and biting you in the ass?
You're gonna wish you were back in America, right?
Can you imagine, like, and again, I guess everybody's got their feelings. I don't believe in any of that shit at all. You live in this country, you reap the rewards of this country, you better stand behind this country. So it's like now you're over there and you want America's help, but just a short, 18 months ago, you didn't want to take the basketball court because you felt that the national anthem didn't depict a certain view that you might have. And, for people listening, man, karma comes at a very unexpected time. It doesn't come when you expect it. It comes when you least expect it. And, you know, I still don't know how I feel about this girl. You know, I do feel bad based upon
She's been detained since February 17th.
Yep.
Still going on.
And she
nobody
pleaded
should
guilty,
be.
I think, a couple days ago.
That's
A couple days ago. Again, man, the moral of my story here is like, you know, you just
don't bring weed to Russia.
Don't bring weed to Russia. I don't think you bring anything that you're not supposed to bring to Russia.
And right now, what was she going? She was going over there to play ball, obviously,
course, yeah.
right? There's only one reason to be going to Russia.
Yeah, no, she was going to play ball. She just got caught at a bad time.
Yep.
Now they're gonna
with everything of going on with America against Russia, with Russia being involved in their war.
With Ukraine,
yeah,
you know, they're just going to use everything to their advantage. But
exactly, and it makes headlines. Hey, listen, we have this Olympian athlete, right? We have.
Oh no, she's like a 7-time All-Star. She's the Michael Jordan of women's basketball.
Yeah,
no doubt. So they know what they have over there.
The Defensive Player of the Year, 6-7 years in a row.
You're telling me again, like I'm not political. I don't understand the landscape, but we don't have anybody that could go over there and get her.
No, somebody should have been there.
You can't send what's his name over there? The guy that used to talk to
February, March, April, May, June. You're 6 months, 7 months in already.
No, who was the guy that used to hang out with the guy from North Korea? The basketball guy.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, can't you send Dennis over there to talk?
No, he's with China. We need a Russian. We need
they're
somebody.
All together over there. Come on, they're all like that's like the stepbrother that lives next door.
Yeah.
Like you know, they're all talking at night. They're on a Zoom call somewhere, hanging out.
It is
smoking her vape, probably.
Wild.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I feel bad. It's
the world is falling apart around us. Politicians are raking in money left and right from stock deals. You know, this girl's locked up overseas. You got Juan Soto turning down $440 million.
You got Elvis spreading monkeypox.
It's just an insane.
Oh no, Elvis the movie.
Yeah,
monkeypox.
Come on, don't you're crossing lines now.
I don't know the way he jiggles. It might be just getting spread around.
He had some moves that people weren't.
One of the best dancers alive.
They weren't happy about him, but I'm sure, like you said earlier, he inspired a lot of other musicians.
Everybody.
You know, he really, in my eyes anyway, changed pop culture.
Everybody. He's labeled the king of rock and roll for a reason.
Yep.
Let's hit some local Staten Island news. What do we got going over here? What's local?
What's local? You know me. Everything in my life right now revolves around sports with these kids. Whether it's getting COVID in Delaware.
So if anybody heard our last episode, Scott sounded like he had a frog in his throat. Spent the whole night in a studio with me, and the next day he gave me a call. Hey, listen, buddy.
I have monkeypox.
I have monkeypox. Go check yourself out. And I did, and unfortunately I'm immune to monkeypox. So
which is bizarre. I would think that your kind
I don't have it. Yeah, my
would have it. That's some sort of variation of it.
You're at high risk. But again, I'm nice and healthy, so I could go around spreading love anywhere I go nowadays.
And I'm back. My voice
you're back. Voice is back. You're back. You're right. You're feeling better. You're looking better.
First time I got this damn thing too.
Yeah.
I tried to skate this motherfucker for 3 years.
You almost beat it. Yeah. And then it said, got you.
Yeah.
Right now.
Bad sore throat. I didn't have much of a fever or anything like that, but I had a bad sore throat. But people talk about this fog, like I still feel like I'm in a little bit of a fog.
Oh, you're going to. That might never disappear.
No, don't say that.
I'm telling
Please
you.
don't say
I'm
that.
telling you. 3 years now I've been in a fog.
I'm going to hope to get monkeypox then.
Listen, me and Joe talk about it every day. Anybody who goes on vacation anywhere, you drive to a different state, it could be New Jersey, you spend a period of time and come back, you got COVID. That's it.
You know what I blame?
It's been everybody.
I think you get it through the Easy Pass. I think you get it through the Easy Pass. Yeah.
As
soon as you go to the state line, you got it. Tag, you're it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so right.
And I think Delaware,
Everybody taking the plane,
they
coming
got no
back
taxes,
home.
but they give everybody COVID.
I see the greatest European photos from everybody on Facebook, Instagram. As soon as they come back, I get a phone call. Yeah, I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta lock in.
Your family
yeah,
just went away.
I got
it.
the whole trip. Everyone
got it.
I mean, again,
It was
they went
like
on a
tag
cruise.
urine, right.
They went on a cruise. So,
It's
listen,
like a petri dish.
yeah,
of
don't
monkeypox.
just plan on having it either on the trip or when you get home. Actually, Bob was the only one who didn't get it. Oh no, he did. He did.
Did get it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you got to question a guy that don't get it. Like,
No, yeah, he
people that
ended
don't
up,
get it, they say don't have souls. They're like daywalkers.
But again, he had a little bit of he ended up having to get tested hospital. But again,
He's
three.
okay?
Yeah, he's fine. 3 tests.
Wow, that was morbid. You just brought
Yeah.
down the whole.
No, I didn't want. I don't want to dig into the guy, but his business is his business.
Of
But
course.
but again, like he was
he's
fine,
okay, more
tested fine, and then he eventually one of the tests came back that he had it. But yeah, he's good.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear that. Any more European trips going on? I'm out. Just so you know.
No European trips. I mean, we have a trip coming up soon.
I don't even want to go to the
September.
mailbox. I told my wife.
No, you got to stay healthy around these times.
Yeah, it was,
it seems like everybody's on vacation, but good. Listen,
It's
now's the
summertime.
time.
This is the time. LBI, right? That's the
LBI,
home away from
Cape,
home for Staten Island.
Yep, Cape May, Cape Cod, Cape.
Not too much in
Cape.
Delaware, I hope, because that was just not a fun.
Delaware is where they're spreading it.
Yeah, it's monkeypox everywhere out there. So you just got to be
Oh,
careful.
God, you're sick.
You got to be careful. But that's it. What's rest of the week?
Listen,
Just working.
yeah, head down, grinding. We have I have a little function down at the Marina Cafe tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, which is good. I haven't been getting out, so hopefully the sun will still be out and I'll be able to get to enjoy a little something. It just
Yeah, the Ferry Hawks have that business thing. I think the 21st. We should go down there, check that out.
that's at the stadium.
Yeah, they're having like a business.
And again, they should be utilizing that stadium for everything for Staten Island. Listen, I was just down in Port Richmond yesterday meeting a client. They're building up Port Richmond left and right, bro. I'm telling you.
They've been doing
6
it.
stories,
Yeah, they've been doing it for years now.
whole
Sure.
blocks.
Yeah.
You know, is it going to be Hoboken?
Regentrifying.
Yeah, is it going to be Bayonne, Hoboken? Is it going to go as far as, becoming the next Williamsburg? I don't know if they...
I don't know. They said
You
that
know.
about the wheel down there, and that thing
Well-
rolled off into the Hudson.
Yeah, well,
So-
these buildings are being built, and occupancy is gonna come either way. People, need a place to live.
Yeah, but getting back to
Gas
that
is coming down,
Ferry
right?
Hawks thing, yeah, it's the 21st. It's Thursday. They got $5 drafts. They know that Bud Light's $8.99.
Ooh, nice.
They know that inflation hasn't hit beer yet, but they are, beers in stadiums are just out of control anyway. It doesn't matter.
Anything in the state, anything in New York stadiums are just out of control.
I would
But,
think that they're all over. But getting back to the gas prices, yeah, you're right. They're sub $5, $4.50. I saw even $4.30 out in Jersey this weekend.
What's going on with Little League?
What do you mean? What's
Well,
going on? It's over.
It's over. There's nobody going to the, what is this, All Stars District 24?
Yeah, well, they still got some like low. They have the not my Little League, I should say.
Yeah, not yours.
You can't see it from my
A
house.
little older, right?
No, I'm saying like Great Hills isn't in it anymore. South Shore won the island. South Shore wins everything. The girls won. The girls are up in Rochester this week playing, which is all the way up by Canada. My daughter wanted to go see the game, and I said I got to get a helicopter to take you there. Like 6 hours away. So they're all playing for the States now, which is nice, which is great for Staten Island. We'll see where that goes.
Did we touch on this fatal crash?
No, what fatal
What-
crash?
The
one
with
on Highland Boulevard?
Yeah, with the children.
No, we didn't talk about it last week.
That wasn't last week?
It was last week, but we didn't talk about it because it was just something that every time I think about it,
It's
it's
fucking
just disgusting.
depressing.
I don't even know the kid. They said was 16 years old. I don't know. When I was a kid, you had to be 17 to drive. Did they change that law? But it's just
again.
and the worst part about society today is the fact that everything's on video. Now, not only do I have to read
and
about it, I gotta see it.
92 different angles and Citizen app and listen, heart-wrenching.
Heart-wrenching. You know, they were at a party in Tottenville, bunch of kids in one car. From what I understand, the parents were not far behind them. As a parent, it's got to be the worst thing you could ever think of. So I'm sure everybody's heard enough about it over the last week. We don't need to reiterate it. But obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to the families that were affected, because horrible tragedy. Let's talk about something good, please.
Well, something good. Going back to your Juan Soto being the 23-year-old All-Star who denied the $440 million, which I can't even fathom.
Is he a Met yet?
No, he's not. Listen, the Yankees might pull him, bro.
Stop it.
The Yankees might pull him.
As soon as somebody starts talking about Biden,
listen,
they got to talk about Rocky Marciano.
Listen, right. He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
You always got to bring the Yankees up. I love it.
Bro, I'm just saying, if he's going to go to a team,
this is the year for the Mets, man. Let's just stay focused.
Oh, we have a Subway Series coming up.
Yeah, the end of June. End of July. 27, 28, something like that.
Yeah.
We should have a gentleman's bet on that.
We should get one of our sponsors to get us tickets and go.
Yeah, we should have a little bet, maybe a bottle of Macallan versus a bottle of your finest.
Listen, I'm in. I'm into what, to win the series or we're going to bet every game?
I'll bet every inning with you if you want.
No, come on.
I don't care. We'll bet balls and strikes. We'll figure it out.
I don't think you guys have a shot, but
well,
listen, I'll do the series, definitely. That's what we'll do. We'll do this Subway Series, a little bet. We'll post what bottles we're going to put up.
And we want to know from everybody else who they're rooting for. Because I want to know what our audience is. Are we Met fans or are we Yankee fans?
Yeah, let us know. We'll do a poll on Instagram. They got those polls.
That's easy enough.
Met, Yankees. We'll see who's who, and then
all right.
We'll
so when are we back here? Thursday?
Back here Thursday. Are we gonna do Thursday night with a guest? We might do Thursday night with a guest. If not, we'll be here Thursday morning with us.
Shooting the same shit.
Yeah, me and you.
All right, man.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Let's wrap it up. I'll see you on Thursday.
All right.